So you had one or you're looking forward to one? Tonight. Oh, fun. Good. And then reach out. You guys got some art on your wall, Robin and David. Oh. It's great. I love it. Lively and wonderful, but also grounded in that deep blue. I can't tell what it is from here, but I love the color and the composition. Awesome. That's great. Take those arms up. Chinda, you had neck, shoulder, something happening on Wednesday. Is it still happening? I'm trying to remember what it was. Yeah? Yeah. So while you're all breathing and twisting, I'm gonna kind of explain a little bit about that because that's a very common situation. When if you look at my shoulders and then I drop this one a little bit and then I try to raise my arm, I am putting intense pressure right here, infraspinatus coming up this way to the neck. So we tend to jam into there, and then you've probably heard of thoracic outlet syndrome or other kind of nerve issues. Yeah, and this is a very common one. It might not be your right side, maybe it's your left side. It tends to be right only because of the way we're built with our organs inside, and we tend to tilt, yeah? So we'll talk about that a little more because this is not the first time this has come up, not just for Chinda, but for other people, and I think it can be helpful for all of us to think about. So let's pause here with the arms up toward the center, and then we're just gonna reach one arm up, and I want you to notice in your body, does that come and try to push toward your jawline, or does it just come up to the side of you, right? So if you're pushing it up, is it hitting you in the jaw, or can it be to the... Oh. Including you, inspired by you, for sure, but not only you. Yeah, that's it, good. And letting that lift up. I wish my other shoulder people were here today. Got 1K, but Judith needs to hear it. Susie needs to hear it. Good. Franny's hearing it. Good. Thank you, Franny. She's a doll. Good. And last one. Just noticing, yeah? Noticing where you go. Good. All right. And then we're going to take the elbows together, and then we're purposely letting the shoulder blades stretch open and apart. But we're not pushing the arm forward. Can you see how I do that? So when we pull the arms together, the arm can stay in the socket. It doesn't have to slide forward, because that sliding forward is this habitual depression, over relying on the pec and the biceps tendon instead of the other motions in your shoulders, yeah? And then you can pull it open, feel the stretch, good. And then bring it back. See if you can keep the top of the arm bone plugged back. Good. Okay. Good. Can you guys hear me okay? Everyone else, am I staying okay? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. One more, pull that open, good. And then we're just gonna do a little scarecrow rising. So find your feet, press into the ground, lift your hooks up through your spine, and then up and down. So palms up and back and down, good. So you think about, you're about to do a back handspring, right? So let your hands try to come up further behind you than your elbows are. So I'm not lifting like this. I'm trying to lift like this. Yeah, okay, wow. So now keep your hands here and just go further back from there, good. So we're really letting this space open up, and we're teaching the bicep and the delt and the pec to have a healthier relationship to each other. Yeah, good. One more. Up Good, yeah. And then you can let that come all the way down. And then wiggle your shoulders a little bit and your spine. And then hopefully you should feel like your neck might be warm but not achy. And you've warmed up this structure all around here. Yeah? Okay, good. Good. All right, so let's open into parallel. We're going to sit in our squat. So palms forward. We're going to push an imaginary force forward, sitting back. Good, and come back up. So shoulder friends, flipping that hair out of the way. We're going to not do this. See how my shoulder popped up and popped forward, right? Because when it comes back, then it's jammed into my neck here. So you're going to think of it as pulling back as you reach forward and then letting the shoulder blade slide. Can you see the difference between my arm and the shoulder blade coming? Yes, I know, that's really fine tuning. And if you can't feel the difference, but you can feel the arm stay plugged into the shoulder blade, go with that, right? At least start there with feeling it plugged back instead of up and in. You already did it. You already did it. That's it, good. And one more. Now pause right here. Open your arms out, squeeze your glutes and your abs, good, and bring them back in and down. We're still down. Behind you, good. Up, open out, good. In and behind you. As you open out, can you wrap those heels under, glutes under, spines long? Good. That's it. And one more. Good. Nice job. Look at those squats. Beautiful. Good. And then come all the way up. Lift your arms up high to the sky. Lift your chest. You have a moment of extension through your spine. Good. And then pull down into scarecrow and all the way into your sides. Yeah. How are we doing? Can we pick up some hand weights? Yes, Mona, we'd love to. We love challenging our bones. Okay, me too. So, heavy hand weights for your hips. Yes, heavy hand weights for your, I told you, you already did it. Oh, I know you forgot something, Mona. All right, so just a reminder, when you pick up your heavy hand weights, again, we want to find that those two hooks pulling your sacrum down, the other hook pulling the base of your neck spine up, right? Here's me not, here's me doing better, right? So that, keeping that line in mind so that your shoulders hang more square on you. Watch out again, my shoulder friends, this tends to be the issue where one is getting pulled forward and into your pec. Let it stay nice and wide across your body. Okay, fantastic. So first we're going to have a seat. Drive into those heels, come up, pull your shirt tag up. Good, nice, nice, good, and have a seat. Good. And drive and pull the shirt tag up. Good. So if you're like me, there's that one shoulder that wants to start rolling in. Yes, good. I saw that adjustment. Good. Good. That's it. Keep going. Sitting back. You guys, as a group, look how good your squats are. Really. I don't see anybody hunching over anymore. Or if you're doing it when I'm not catching you. I'm looking at somebody else's square. Good. And I see you also as you're going, checking the shoulder. Like you, some of you are at the bottom, getting that shoulder back in place before you come up. I love it. I saw it. That's it. Yep. Good. And let's do one more. I think that's about 8. Fantastic. Okay. So simple. We're going to put that big heavy weight down. And then we're going to pick up just one weight. So it could be one heavy, but something that you could also hold easily in one hand if you had to. All right. And then we're going to take ourselves into a plie. So stepping wide, We're going to take the weight into the front of us, so there's a little bit of rotation. Arm is out to the side, and we're going to keep our collarbones as square as we can. So just because the weight's in front doesn't mean I'm going to fall with it. I'm going to keep lifting my shirt tag up while my pelvis gets heavy. Yes? That's it. That's right. Good. You look fantastic. Good. That's it. Yes. Nice. Knees are going toward toes. So just be mindful, some of us will make the toes go way out. But you can see from the side that my knee is not matching that, right? You got to make them line up. Good. Good. Beautiful. Let's do 2 more. Squeeze and press. Good. Remember, mind that shoulder. It's not dipping down. We're holding. We're counter-rotating. We're anti-rotating. Good. Okay, because now we're going to stay down on the next one. Good. Now take your weight very gently, lift it over your thigh to the outside. Now it's behind you. Good. And then we're going to side bend. Good. Come back up just to level, just to level. Good. Side bend. Good. Back to level. Good. Okay. Now, optional, if you're not dying, we're going to add just a little heel raise as we side bend. So this heel is going to lift up, waking up the soleus, put it back down. That's it. Side bend. That's it. Good. 2 more. Good. Good. And last one. Good. Straighten both legs. Very carefully switch your weight to the other hand. I know. Phew. Yes. I don't know why. Right before bed, I had this thought, oh my God, we haven't done second pliés for a long time. Oh yes, he's playing the music of his people. He's right up here. Oh, you're kidding. It's so loud, it's drowning me out, they say. Oh, sorry. Okay, so don't let him squeak it. You have to get him before he squeaks it and throw it away. You're on toy duty. All right, so we're pliéing. So we're remembering what we just practiced. Anti-rotation. So we're not going to let ourselves fall. We're by anti-rotating, we're working our spinal muscles and our obliques as stabilizers. Yeah, that's it. So watch the droopy shoulder. There you go, good. Chinda, I wonder if you can take a little bit wider stance so that your knees aren't going, yeah, there you go. Good. Nice. Beautiful, I saw that deeper dip. Good. There we go. Good. Can we do 2 more? Nice. And then I told you we had gates up before. It doesn't work. He busts them down. For such a little dog, he's just crazy to not be here. So we move the weight to the other side, so I apologize. Good. And up. That's it. Good. So it's behind us. We're using this oblique over here to pull us upright. And if you're not dying, you're going to lift that heel up, put it back down. Lift the heel up, put it back down. So, Kate, keep your legs the same. You're only bending through your waist and adding this little raise here. That's it. Yeah, good. Good. And I see 1 more. Good. So I'm going to show you this for the sake of the replay. I don't want you sliding out here. That's me falling over. My arm should be going pretty much straight down. See, it comes right behind me. That's me bending. Yeah, yeah. There we go. Good. All right, and then we can come on up. Put that weight in 2 hands. So if you're holding a single normal weight or a squishy weight, you can hold it end to end. Otherwise, if you're holding a kettlebell, hold on to the top of the horns. Good, and we're just gonna hinge forward. Feel your, don't go far. I want you to first feel your hinge. So there's your sacrum pulling one way, your shirt hook pulling the other. That's it, then drive to your feet and stand up. Good. Feel that long hinge. Yes, good. That's it. So as you're going, only go as far as you can feel that long line through your tail, right? As soon as you notice that your tail stopped moving, but the rest of you is, that's when you stop. You do not let that happen. Good. That's it. You keep going. I'm just watching you. David, push your butt back further like you're going to knock. Yes, there you go. Now keep the tail up. Then you can really turn the glute on as you come back up. Keeping your knees straight as you come up. Straight, 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 straight. Better. Good. Nice. Check shoulders. Did they start hunching forward? Can they stay wide? No. Yes. No. Trying. Good. Good. And that was better too, Kay. I saw that. Good. And Chinda, I like how you're staying nice and broad. Super. Yeah. All good. You can rest, everybody. You can rest. We can put that weight down. All right. And we'll be coming down to the mat. So, keep what you learned in mind when you come down to the mat. Because the same thing happens against gravity. We tend to shove the shoulder forward like it can lift us off the mat instead of our abs. We'll try anything. Won't we? So when you're ready, you can start your rolling down. We'll do 3. 4th one, walk out. And then we're going to do a walk back into a frog sit on that 4th one. Good, keep going. Just got the weird pop up here. Go away. There we go. Good. Are you okay, Robin? Ah! Yep, so when you come out, you can walk out. Make sure your feet are wide because you're going to press back into a little frog sit. See if you can get here and maybe put your heels down and then tip forward, walk back out again. So we're going to try that 3 times, and then the 4th one we'll stay out. See if you can get your heels down. Good. Sorry. 4 times. On the last one, you get to come forward and then come on down and have a seat. All right. Okay, very nice. So sitting, find your sacrum, right? Reach it down, pull your shirt tag up, elbows down, and heels down. So feel all those points. Heels, sits bones, spine. Then scoop your belly in, start rounding it back without letting your upper body move yet. Let the shoulder blades get wide. on your back. Good. And then lift it all the way back up. Reassert, heels, hips. Good. Scoop in. Small. Should be small, right? We're not moving anything other than our smallest bit of our midsection here. This should be staying in place right here as we scoop back and then rock in. So you should feel that little tip back of your pelvis. Yeah, good. So Chin, imagine that you're holding onto that bar and not letting it move. Don't let it move. Yeah, that's better. Good. Okay, so that tiny little motion. Now, everyone, allow yourself to rock back onto the back of your sacrum. Good. Just on the back of your sacrum. Good. Big inhale, exhale, up. Good. Inhale, start small. See how small you can make it, how local until you must roll back onto your sacrum. Good. Inhale and exhale, up. Good. And one more time. Inhale, exhale. Really small and local. Pubic bone, belly button, rib. Pulling back through you. Good. That's it. Good. And then all the way back up. Fantastic. Let's bring our feet together if they're not already. We're going to open into our oblique. So we're just going to round back, pushing those heels down, opening to the side. Push that imaginary resistance back up. Other side. Okay, so two things to watch on shoulders here. Are they both open, right? One might round in to create a weird stabilizing sensation. Can it stay open and plugged into the back of the scapula instead? And the one that's down, can it do the same? It's not gonna be scared and get ready to fall. It's gonna stay open, right? Lengthen out from the underside of your arm. Yeah. Good. That's it. And last one. Nice. Okay, so let's go on the diagonal. So taking ourselves open up to the side. Remember, go down as far as you can get back up. Start small and start precise. So I'm open to my right. I'm making sure that there's weight on the left hip. Yes. Rounding back as I reach to that corner. Good. Inhale, exhale. Keep the weight on this opposite hip, the left hip. If you're going to your right, as you come up, it will intensify how much you need those obliques to turn on. We're going to repeat that side. Each time, check, make sure your hips are level. My shoulders are burning from stick class. Good. And up. That's it. Good. And two more. Reach open. Good. Nice. And last one. Check that opposite hip. Yes, love it. Good. Checking that hip. Good. Yay, good. All right, other side. I'm just going to flip so I can see you. So open. Check that opposite hip. So now I'm open to the left. I need to be mindful of the right staying down. Woo, I see that. That's all right. That was just the first one. So Robin has figured out a workaround. She is definitely keeping her hip down, but she's also using her hip flexor more than her oblique to come back up. So clever woman. So if you're like her and you find yourself coming up to the side, that's more leg than abs, right? I admire that she's keeping that down. So if that's you, when you come up, try reaching out to the side instead and making a circle while you keep that down. You'll start to cue this a little more right here, I hope, while you keep that hip down. That's a girl, reach out, reach out. That's it. Yes, good. Good job. Yeah, I know. That's great. So once you're down on your next one, you can stay down. And then we're just going to go into roll overs. So those of you who are rolling all the way over from the mat, go right ahead. Those of you who like wall furniture, you go ahead and use that. When you're ready to start, if you're feeling still stiff in your back, bend your knees first. Bring them in and give yourself a little tuck in your tail. Then bring your legs up to your start position. But if you're feeling ready to go, of course you can start from the bottom. Push through those arms so you wake up triceps and lats. Open the feet and roll down. So we talked a lot Wednesday about the three hooks, right? Spine hook at the neck, and then the 2 hooks down at your sacrum on either side. So when you're upside down, can those hooks that are at your sacrum pull toward the ceiling? Pull away from you. Really pull and lift your hips up. You're going to feel like you have a little more arm helping. That's okay. But you also want that sensation in your spine. So my friends who are using the wall, or if your feet are on the floor, you still have to pull your tail away from your head, right? Really working on that extension moment through the spine. Look at that nice lift, Kay. Keep your hips going up. Don't let them curl under, right? So Kay is going for the more advanced version, dropping her feet down, which is fine, but remember the rules. We're only dropping the feet as long as we can keep this pelvis still, right? So you're really looking for length. If I curl over into a ball, see how my pelvis rolls up? We're not doing that. We're keeping the length so that we have to hinge at the sockets and keep the spine long. Just a little bit. Yes, but it probably feels good in the moment, so I wouldn't blame you. So keep your hips up. Don't let them rock towards you. Keep the tail reaching to your ceiling. That's okay. That's it. Better. Yes. Yeah. Keep that spine up. Don't let it curl over. Good. Good. How are we doing? Everyone get at least about 5-ish good ones? If you got 5-ish good ones, let's take that into the 1-leg circle. So right leg is up, left heel is pressing down and lengthening away from you. Think of your hooks, neck hook, sacrum hooks, going in opposite directions. So get those guys going before you begin moving. Then exhale down, inhale around. So here's the fun thing about connecting to your spine as you move. The leg tends to move more easily in the socket. The rest of us turns on a little more naturally, right? We get a little more transverse abdominis turning on, but we get tired. Or maybe you don't, maybe you're so good at it, but I get tired lengthening my spine. Which is fine. That's great. We want to feel those spinal muscles work. Can you make sure that both of your sacrum hooks are pulling down, right? Not just the one that's on the ground, but the one that's of the leg in the air so that your hips aren't twisting. And when you get 5 and 5, you can switch sides. And again, before you move, pull your hooks apart. That's it. Good. Does anyone feel that sensation when you are connected to the spine line? The leg just floats a little more easily. Yay! Great, Kay. Your right leg is not floating easily. Your right leg. So those of you who are done with your circles, we're going to leg slide and come into bow. So legs together. Good. Inhale, exhale. Leg slide those legs in. Come into your bow. You can grab onto those legs. Give your spine a little stretch. Come all the way back out. Inhale, exhale up. Good. And then all the way back out. Good. Oh, fantastic. I love it, Chinda. That's great. That must feel really good that you were able to give them a solution that they could do and that was effective for them. Because I think that's an art from on the medical side, to find the thing that your people can do, right, or will do. Ah, that's wonderful. I'm going to put that in our good news column. So on the next one, you can grab hold and we can rock and roll up to sitting, because you get to do rolling back. And I don't know if I can. So remember, wherever you hold, you're going to bend your elbows and hug them close to your body. Your eyes are right down there towards your pubic bone, and then see if you can lengthen your spine. Not straighten it, but feel the length in the curve, yeah? Then you're going to inhale back, exhale up. And of course, if you're a spine minder, you can rock gently, right? Or you can come down and do the dead bug, up and down. Yeah. I can't do that one either. Good. Nice. Yeah, getting good. Getting good, you guys. Awesome. Oppa. All right. So then we'll gently roll ourselves back for the one leg stretch. But before we get into it, let's talk shoulders and spines, right? So feel your sacrum pulling away from you. Those two hooks getting dialed down to the bottom of your mat. Feel your neck spine pulling the other way. Those two things, many of us will feel transverse abdominis drop in, or the psoas becomes less tense. Yeah, if you can get those two parts. Now I'm not tucking my tail to create the length, because the hooks are up here on the back of the sacral bone, just pulling straight down. All right, so then when you get that, check your shoulders, they're open. Good, and then exhale up into your bow. Now your spine is in a little curve, but you're still working on the length. Extend one leg out, one leg in, pull in as far as you can. Now, while it's as far as it can be, pull that hip away from you, that side of your sacrum away from you. Good. Inhale, exhale, stretch and stay. Good. So now this side, this bent side, pull that sacrum away from you. Good. Inhale, exhale, stretch and stay. Breathe, find the sacral hook, pull it down. Good. Inhale, exhale, breathe. Find that sacral hook, pull it down. Good. Breathe. Taking it slow. Good. Good. You've got one more on each side. Really working the length. Good. Good. And then go ahead and pull into your chest and rest for a sec. Feet to get to come down to the ground. Arms up toward the ceiling. We're going to roll up into a hip bridge. Now check the top of your arm. It should be setting back in your scaps, back in your scapula. right? Inhale, exhale, round down through your spine. Once your spine is all the way down, feel those hooks again. Reset through your center. You should feel that dropping in the middle. Inhale, exhale, round back up. Check your shoulders. Good. Inhale, exhale, round back down. Good. Find your spine line. Good. And round back up. Good. This time, stay right here. Take your right elbow, bring it down to your side. Push it into the mat while you bring your right leg into tabletop. Good. Easy, right? Put that down. That arm comes up. And then left elbow comes down to the mat. Left leg's in tabletop. Good. Now we're going to think about it a little more. Come back to your right arm. Pull it down. What happened to the right shoulder? Did it pop off the ground? Can it stay pulled back into the socket? Good. And then put it down. Other side, left arm. Check the shoulder. Good. Okay, first right arm again. Check the shoulder. Now drive into the left heel a little more. You should feel the shoulder blade intensify its engagement. So notice the heel drive down, shoulder should get stronger. Good. Yes. Which side around? This one. Good. And last one on the left. Good. And then you can let your arms float overhead. And then exhale, round down through your spine. Feel good? I hope so. Did that make sense? Was anybody able to, was anyone able to feel the cross connection between the scapula and the hip? Yay, 2 of you, woo! All right, fantastic. 2 out of 5. That's okay. That's not bad, Oz. Oh, 3? Okay, good. 3 out of 6? That's 50%. Okay, so let's have a little bit more obliques. So we're going to bring to the sky. Find your sacral hooks and get them wound down, pulled down toward your bottom of your mat. And then we're all going to do tiny tick-tock. So hips stay still, feet slide to the side. Exhale, push back to center. Other side. Inhale as they tip, keeping the hips down. Right? So this is the small version. We're all working on that visceral, deep low belly. Yes. When you pull back in, almost think pelvic floor. Not quite, but it is definitely transverse abdominis, right above the pubic bone. Good. That's it. Good. And last one. Nice. And then we'll come back to that later. Knees bend, come up into your bow. And we're in tabletop with those legs. Good. Crisscross. So one leg out, one leg in. Check both of your hooks. We're going to take this slow. You can reach genie box or hands behind head as you twist. Sacral away from me. Inhale, exhale, switch, hold and breathe. Shh. Check both sides. Good. Inhale, exhale, switch, hold and breathe. Good. And switch. There you go. Good. That's it. Nice. Pull your hooks. That's it. There we go. And last one each way. Good. Feel that length. Good. And then back to center. You felt it that time? Okay, good. I hope you guys felt it that time too. All right. Let's have some flinging legs, shall we? The single straight leg stretch. So one leg up. Lift into your bow. Good. Okay. Now what happens on this lifted side? For me, my sacrum twists. It's up here, not pulling down anymore. So check yours. Good. Slowly switch. Hold it. Check what happens here. Some of us will pull, and that will jerk our pelvis out of joint, right? That SI joint gets twisted. Keep the sacral hooks evenly pulling down. Good. And if holding your leg is part of the problem for you, let go. I like to point fingers on either side to remind myself to keep both sides of my hip reaching down. Yeah, good. That's it. I love the concentrating. Good. Good. And the last one on each side. Nice. And then those legs can come all the way in. Good. Feet come down to the ground. Knees fall open into butterfly, and soles of feet are together in monkey feet. Small little hip bridge. So pushing the blades of your feet down, letting the hips come to just a little hover. Yeah, that's right. Feeling that inner thigh turn on. Good. And then gently come back down. Good. Squeeze the legs back together. And then open back up, press the feet down. So just a reminder, if you're feeling anything weird in the knees, check your feet. They might not be touching pinky to pinky, or the blade edge might not be scooping, or the big toes might not be touching. It's usually some part of your foot is not fully engaged with the other foot. That's it, good. So Chinda, when you're up, I think you just started to do it. This goes for everybody, but you can thank Chinda for making me think of it, is when you're up, see if you can let your abs, your ribs in the front of you, rest against the back of you that's holding you up. Yeah, just let it be there. Feel the inner thigh and the hip, deep hip, holding you. Let's do one more. Good. All right. Knees close, heels raise and come together in Pilates stance. So toes are a little bit apart. Good. And then we're just going to do some little soleus bridges. So heels, feet tuck in a little bit. Good. Lift those hips up high as you can. Good. And heels are raised. Good. And we're just going to lower to a hover. Good. And then come back up. Pull your heels in. Lower to a hover. Good. Raise. Good. And lower. Good. Raise. Now, same idea as we raise up. Can you let your ribs in the front rest against the hips that are holding you up? Yes, that's right, Chinda. Knees apart, heels together. Good. That's it. And one more. Now just keep the hips up. Lower your heels. Raise your heels. Pull in. Lower your heels. Raise your heels. Pull in. And those toes should be spread on that pull. Don't let them claw. Good. So you're energetically pulling your toes towards your butt. So they're not going to be able to move because they're glued to the ground. But your body might shift on your mat. So if I do a really good job, I ended up getting pulled toward my heels. Ooh. And then my hamstrings start talking. Good. This should probably be your last one. Or that was Mark's last one. Good. All right. And then you can lay those down. Extend your legs out to the corners of your mat. Arms come up toward the ceiling. We're going to roll all the way up into spine stretch forward. So inhale, exhale. Scoop your abs back, 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 back the whole way. Good. And then and stack up your spine. That's it. Good. And stack it up. That's it. Did I cut out again? Oh, That's weird. Okay, good. I'll try to be okay. Oh, that froze on their screen for a moment. Okay, so let's bring the legs together. We're going to tip to the side, and we're going to just be right into our side plank, also known as side bend. So again, you don't have to be on hands. You could be on forearms. You could be flat out on your side, just lifting your waistline up from the mat. Any of those things are okay. I'm going to start with the forearm version and just lift the hips up, push them up, let your gaze follow around to your other side of your forearm. Then you're going to lower the hips, keep pushing down through that forearm that's holding you up as your gaze shifts to the hand over here. So I don't want to see us collapse down. We shouldn't be pushing that shoulder out. It should be staying down at all times, yeah? Okay, and then of course your other option is on hands. All right, all the way up, all the way down, and it can be into your full lift. So you're in a big side bend. And then all the way down. Good, and then we'll just go to the other side. You've had a lot of obliques, so if we just hit to the other side, you'll be good. I know. Now you're so tired. After all that motion, he's so tired now. Like we will be, but we'll be invigorated. David and Rob will be ready for their dinner. Do you have a pillow? You have a towel in there? So Chinda's doing the down here version, and as she's pushing down, it's tightening her neck. So that tells me her shoulder's probably rolling forward. Can you wrap it down? Don't even press more than you're going to try to roll the armpit back and under behind you. That should give you a little more space in your neck. What we don't want is for you to jam it down your back. It's just rolling back and behind you a little bit. Exactly, but from behind you here, rolling your armpit back this way. Yeah. How are we doing? Did we get 4 and 4? If we got 4 and 4, then let's have some swan, gang. So, swan, your pace. You guys are old pros here. Collarbones open. Start with a couple baby swans. Just finding, again, the hooks on the sacrum, pulling towards your heels. If you wanted to get extra, you could get hooks on your heels, pulling down to the tips of your toes, the balls of your feet. And then your spine's going the opposite way. And then you can add your hands in. And again, we're not trying to bend backwards here. We're trying to get longer as we lift. So keep the hooks going through your hips, away to your feet, and then let your spine lift the opposite way. Beautiful, good. That's it, I saw you check the shoulders, Chinda, I saw it. I saw you soften the elbows, Kay, good job. That's it. Good. And then Franny, can you lift your kneecaps off the ground? Not your toes, just your kneecaps. So lay your toes flat so you're on your toenails. There you go. Then lift the kneecaps. Then your glutes are going to be more on. Can you feel that? Good. Good. And then that's going to give you more support. Good. All right. Feel good, everybody? Okay. So let's slide those arms out to the, we're going to do our swimming in a Y today. So you can, if it works with your brain, take your feet out into an X at the bottom. That's going to be more glute med, right? Lateral glute. You can also keep your legs in parallel. The glute med will still fire, just not as strong, but you'll get more glute max. So if you're having trouble lifting your arms overhead in parallel, bring your legs to parallel. So here we go. Opposite arm, opposite leg, and then down. Easy peasy. That arm is on that V shape. And again, we're thinking about bottom of scap. I'm lifting the same leg, aren't I? Bottom of scap pulling toward the spine, not pulling down to your back pocket. We don't use that cue anymore because we've learned that it's not good for your nerves. That's it. Good. Now, if you're feeling really good, you've got the length going through your spine and the hooks in your sacrum pulling down to your feet, you can float everything off the ground and still alternate sides. So now you're working on just a tap down as much as you are working on the lift up. Can you keep that length going the whole way? That's it. Good. Good. One more on each side. Good. All right. So when you do the replay, notice how much you lean to the side when an arm lifts. It might not happen on both sides. It probably will happen mostly on the shoulder that's a little bit down or a little bit forward. Yes, Kay, that right one. Good. All right, hands come underneath you. We're gonna lift up into a nice cat. So tail tucks, nose tucks, and then release. Good. And then again, tuck your tail, tuck your nose, shoulders wide, slide them open. And then release. Good. And then one more time. Good. All right. And then optional, you can, if you just want to stretch, take yourself into arms under, thread the needle, right? If that feels like that's what you need right now. If you feel like, oh, you know, Mona, I really just want a little bit extra. Okay. You're going to lift up into a bear and then take one hand underneath, reach up to the sky, holding the bear. So you're constantly, again, pushing away with the shoulder, managing that shoulder. Up to you, right? You could do 2 knees off and then go into the stretch if you'd like. You could do Chinda's version. Chinda's doing the twist, but with the knees down. Is that right? Oh no, you lifted up on that side. I see you. Good. Yeah, and then make sure you switch sides after a few. Did everyone start their second side? Yeah? Okay, good. And then, Franny, if you're doing this one, just make sure that you're evenly pulling here. Let's see if I can show you. Excuse this version of me. But if I'm tucked on one side as I twist, this is your sacroiliac joint. You can see how I'm stressing it right here. So you want those 2 sides, those hooks here and here, to pull evenly away from you, yeah? Okay. Okay, whew. How are we feeling? Good? Okay, good. So let's give ourselves some push-ups so we can get up to a stand. You're like, what? Yes! Right? Classical finish. So you decide how many push-ups you have into. I'm going to go for 6. Maybe you decide 1 is all you want. Maybe none, right? None is an answer. If none is an answer, just find your plank and then you can walk your way up to a stand. If you can bring back that idea of your hooks pulling apart, try it. You should feel that you get a little bit more support from your transverse abdominis. Your body doesn't get lighter, you just get more support. That's it, around all the way up. Good. And then we're going to round those shoulders one at a time, just so you can get them to move around your back. That's it. Get them to pull around. That's it, Dave. I can tell from what's happening down here, especially that right one. Let it go. Because you can see what's happening just right from here. Good. Good. All right. And then let's swing both of those arms up. Good. Swan dive. Palms out. Reach forward. Let your head pull away from your tail hooks. Good. Then drop your head in your hands. Good. Press through your feet as you round up. Good. Sweep it back up. Good. Take another breath one more time. Swan dive. Chest forward. Tail up. Good. Then find your length. Then drop your head. Good. And round back up. Good. Spine twist standing. Find those feet. Good. Push apart. Exhale. Exhale. Big inhale. Fill up those ribs. Exhale. Exhale. Big inhale. Good. Let it bring you to center. Good. Good. And then let it just fall easy down. Let your head fall to the side. Can you keep this long? Just let your head fall. Good. And then round it forward and to the other side. Now watch this shoulder. Mine's jammed forward, so I'm going to open it up. Good. And then round forward. Good. And then take a nice breath. Press those feet. Nice job, gang. Yes, good work. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Will I see you next week? Is that what you said?